Hello guys and welcome back to League One predictions. We are back for game week 43 and 44. It's a double header over Easter. We're predicting two lots of games because we have got lives, we have got plans over Easter, myself and Ben. And there's a lot to talk about. Ben, how are you?
Oh, good. Yeah, you say there's a lot to talk about. We had Wycombe closing up that gap up at the top. Stockport is still hanging in there, aren't they, with Charlton? We had a surprise over at Wembley, and the overtake has amazingly happened at the bottom of the table. I don't know which one you want to lead off with, Matt, but plenty of chaos in League One.
Yes, plenty of chaos. As you say, congratulations to Birmingham City, who on the Saturday were crowned champions, but then didn't go too well for them on Sunday. Congratulations to Peterborough. I think they're the first team, Ben, to ever do back-to-back EFL trophy wins, which is incredible. Some of the goals, fantastic. We'll come on to that in a bit.
Often the team that wins the EFL trophy gets promoted, don't they? So they can't be in it the next season.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's it. I remember Bristol City did the double 10 years ago, and Birmingham City haven't been able to do that. At the weekend, Ben, we saw Wycombe closing the gap on Wrexham. Wrexham only got a draw. As you say, Bristol Rovers into the bottom four now. Burton on a great run at the minute. And the playoff race is still wide open. The scores from last week, guys, we got a score of Matt 9, Ben 8. So I've just closed the gap by one more point, but still 7 behind overall, Ben, and the games are running out.
You need to throw some grenades into the beach this week, don't you, Matty?
Yeah, I know. I need some big scores. So like I say, there's a lot to get into. Before we do that, though, let's just go for some support. I can't believe the season's nearly over, but be sure to see us out with some great support. Drop a like. Make sure you are subscribed to both myself and Benjamin Bloom. Not just League One coverage, but I believe you'll have done your championship predictions today, Ben. So
yeah, we done a double load with Sam. By the way, on my watch along last night, which in Coventry, I got asked a few times, are you and Matt going to carry on next year? We're really enjoying the show. So we really do appreciate the support. It's lovely to hear stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be back with the Premier League check-in podcast soon as well. So keep your support coming to both of our channels. Get involved.
I'm going to be on talking strike on that one because I think I know what the topic of the next championship Premier League checking podcast is going to be, and it's not going to be a good one if you're an Ipswich fan.
Oh,
Matt.
Ben, keep the faith. Keep the faith. Let's get into League One then, Ben. We start straight away with a massive game. Burton Albion, who are up to 20th now, Ben, are away at Exeter. Burton moving along nicely. They'll fancy this. Exeter, not a lot to play for. You're up first.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm glad we've got something to play for, but if you look at that table, it's an absolute straight shootout. There's Burton and Bristol Rovers tied on 42, and then a 5-point gap above them and a 6-point gap below them. So it is literally just, we think, that one position to play for, unless we get something ludicrous from Crawley or Cambridge maybe further back, and that requires something pretty spectacular as well from further up. But, I mean, they've just been fantastic, Burton, haven't they, since Bowyer went in. And we kind of joked about it and thought the overtake might happen. And what it has needed is a horrific run from Bristol Rovers, haven't they? They are 6 straight defeats to allow this. What was the gap, Matt? Was it 6 points at the start of this or more?
Yeah, I don't think it was ever more than 7. Burton were the only team we thought had a realistic chance.
But that was realistic in inverted commas. They're just the closest, but they're still miles away. How have they fared on their travels, Matt? Has it mainly been home wins? No, they did go to Shrewsbury and win. I'm going to go for the draw. So I'll have them getting something. Let's go for a Desmond to start this one off. And yeah, just fair play, Burton, because I know, and they've still got a hard running, but the odds of them being here were small.
That's interesting, Ben. I thought you might go for Burton. I've also gone for the draw. I've just kicked it off with a 1-1. I agree with what you're saying here. I don't think Exeter are going to be a pushover. They've picked up 7 points in the last 4. I know they've not got as much to play for, but they do have the home advantage. They're going to want to keep pushing till the end of the season. Burton might take a draw. And if you look at who Bristol Rovers have got this weekend, Ben, I think Burton will be happy just to get something this week, if that makes sense.
Good point.
So there you go. We're both going for the draw. Ben, we could talk about Birmingham City. They take on Crawley Town. As I say, congratulations to them. Promoted, champions, still could get well over 100 points, Ben. Well, of course they can. Yeah, 6 games left, Ben. I'm trying to work this out. 110 maybe? What do you reckon? Is that? Yeah, that's doable.
Oh, well, 113 potentially they could. Is that right? 18 on. So yeah, and do you think they'll be? Do you think they'll be a bit looser now? Do you think we can start putting 3s instead of 2s in our Birmingham predictions?
Well, I am. I'll tell you what as well, Ben. I think there'll be a reaction after Sunday. I think they're going to be really annoyed because I don't want to say it's a reality check, but it's a bit of an abrupt stop to all this good fun that they've been having, and they're going to want to put a show on. Crawley Town not mathematically down yet, Ben, but 3 defeats in a row leaves them 6 adrift with a worse goal difference. Let's go for a bonus point, 4-1.
Yeah, I was going to go for 4-1, actually, so that's a scribble. I'd be interested to hear from the Birmingham fans as to how you approach this, because we think Chris Davis is very studious, and we've said all season they haven't leaned into playing the League One style. I know you have to be a bit hybrid, but when you look at Wrexham, who are well-funded, they're very much a League One style team doing it very, very well, aren't they? Whereas Birmingham have tried kind of build a championship style already. And I wonder whether they'll stick to that when it's basically a load of friendlies now and the championship tour. So I was going to take the 4-1. I think, even if it's a lesser side than Burnley, we have high goals with Crawley, don't we? So I'll go 3-1. I'll shave 1 off it.
Yeah, I quite like that. As I say, Birmingham City having a great season. I was a bit underwhelmed though, Ben, from what I saw of the EFL Trophy final, but credit to Peterborough. We'll come on to them later. Some great goals from them. This is a big one, Ben. You are up first for Bolton versus Wycombe. Wycombe closed the gap on Wrexham by 2 points. You would imagine they're going to have to win again this week to keep the pressure on them, because we've looked at who Wrexham have got to play. Bolton have a lot to play for as well, but Wycombe favourites. Where are you going with this?
I'm going low margin, mate. I'm just going through Wycombe's last 5. 1-0 win, 0-0 draw, 1-0 defeat, 1-0 win, 1-0 win. So it feels all terribly low margin. The only issue I've got with this one, Matt, is Bolton are so erratic and up and down. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if I check this on Good Friday and Bolton won 3-0, I'd be like, it's just strange team. The problem we've got, we were discussing this before we came on, is Wycombe just aren't scoring at the rate when they went on that winning streak, they were hammering the goals in, weren't they, as well? I think it's either going to be 0-0 or 1-0 to Wycombe. And I want carnage, so I'll go 1-0 Wycombe. Bolton 0, Wycombe 1.
Yeah, you might not be surprised that it is a scribble. Trying to work out what I'm going to do. Bolton were ripped to shreds by Barnsley, which was a real surprise, I must say.
True.
But as you say, they could bounce back and win. And if they win, I mean, I'm trying to work this out, Ben. We could have Wrexham promoted by Easter Monday if Wycombe lose both these games. And they have got Charlton on Monday as well. So it's a really challenging weekend for Wycombe. I'll go 1-1. I'm going to go for a draw. As you say, Wycombe are not Wycoming anymore as they were earlier in the season when they were scoring loads. But they're kind of in that marathon, getting towards the final mile, and they're just getting towards the finish line. You wonder if they're going to run out of steam. I'll go 1-1, which wouldn't be great. Next up then, Ben, we go to the Valley. Charlton Athletic, 6 points behind Wrexham now after the win at the weekend, Ben. You know me, I like to make things interesting. They still have to play Wrexham. Are they in this?
I mean, you can't say they're not. They need a swing to happen at some point. But you know what? If that swing happens, and we're talking about a 3-point swing over one round where you get a Charlton win and a Wrexham defeat, then you are one game away. We're at the point in the season, Matt, as well, where we're looking at goal difference. And goal difference really doesn't work for Charlton here at all, does it? Stockport +6, Wycombe +10, Wrexham +7, all on what Charlton have got on. But we can't say not. They're just going to be so disappointed. I know you can't win every week in these great runs, but with that defeat at Peterborough, it could be could be really close now, couldn't it? Had they got the win, but ifs, buts, and maybes. Look, they are going to have to beat Northampton, so I'm going to back them to do so. Northampton are quite a tough nut to crack, but I think given Bristol Rovers' absolute falling off a cliff, I think they're pretty safe with a 5-point gap there. So I'll back Charlton.
Do we think 47's enough to stay up? I think it looks like it might be.
Yeah, I mean, are Bristol Rovers going to win another 2 of the final 4 games, or indeed are both Bristol Rovers and Burton going to win another 2? Probably need one more point, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's close. They're close there on 47, aren't they? I'll back Charlton, and I'll go 2-0 and leave you to 1-0.
I will go 2-1. I'll go Northampton to score, seeing as they're not safe yet. I think they'll have to keep plugging away, but I agree with Charlton winning. If they win 3-0, Ben, the goal difference starts to swing a bit more in their advantage, but we might see Wrexham also on the same day boosting their goal difference, so we will see. 2-1 and 2-0.
Another teaser for the end of the show there, Matt.
I wonder what we will go for. There you go, both back in Charlton in this one. Next up, Ben, Huddersfield versus Cambridge. Cambridge 7 points off, Ben, 4 games to go. We're talking about a 10-point sprint, maybe a 12-point sprint for them to get out of it. It's looking difficult. And Huddersfield are also going to have to sprint if they're going to try and get into the playoffs. So both have to win. And you're up first, actually. I think I was meant to go first for the last one, but that's okay. What are you saying? I'll let you go first for this one.
You can actually see Cambridge getting something here, because Huddersfield have been so bad since the sort of managerial change and the kind of temporary nature of the replacement there. I know Huddersfield don't much draw. I'm not. I know you mentioned him. I'm not even considering Huddersfield for a playoff spot. I mean, could be wrong. They could go and win back to back over Easter, and here we go again. But let's go for Cambridge to pick something up. Unhelpful draw for both. 1-1.
1-1. It kind of doesn't help either of them, as you say. I will pick a winner. I would imagine if it's 1-1 with 10 minutes to go, they'll both just chuck the kitchen sink at it. I will go Huddersfield 2-1. I will go with them to keep alive any slim playoff chances. As I say, they play Orient on the final day. If you're a Huddersfield fan, you're just hoping you can take it to that final day. And if they do, that could be interesting. So we've got 1-1 and 2-1. I will go first for this one, Ben. Leyton Orient versus Barnsley. So Leyton Orient are very much in the discussion. 3 points off the playoffs. We think they're back on a good run now, but we're not too sure. Barnsley, where did that come from, Ben? They absolutely smashed Bolton. Is it now that the pressure...
No idea.
Maybe the pressure's off and the beach is open and things happen. I'll go with Barnsley to score. I think they're fun, but I think Orient will get the win. 3-1.
Yeah, I can see that, and I would contest your point. Yeah, Orient are in good form. Yeah, if you look at the last 13 points, that'll do over 2 points per game for the last 4 would take them to 74, 75 possibly. So they would certainly take that over the last period. You think that would get them in, even though there is a 3-point gap up to Reading. You had 3-1. We always go both teams to score on these two sides. I'll play for a bonus point then, Matt. 3-2.
Ooh, I like it. How are you seeing this playoff race playing out, Ben? Do you think Orient might sneak in there? It's Reading's to lose, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think we were, not to big ourselves up. We said weeks ago, no one's consistent. It could be anyone in 6th place, and it might be as simple as, can you score 6 points over Easter? And whichever out of Reading, Orient, Bolton, even Huddersfield, Blackpool look a bit far back. They've got a game in hand, haven't they? But yeah, can someone go back to back Good Friday, Easter Monday, and bish bash bosh, away you go? But I don't have an answer for you, Matt. I'm probably going to take this to round 45, and then maybe I'll commit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there. Just having a look at Reading's fixtures, though, Ben. Lincoln City, Mansfield, Bristol Rovers, Barnsley. It's not the worst little
That's
run
all right,
there. Yeah. Okay, the next one, Ben. Peterborough United versus Stockport County. Well done, Peterborough United. What a win at Wembley Stadium. Obviously, Birmingham City were there in their numbers, but Peterborough pulled it off. I know we both didn't predict them to win the EFL Trophy final, but one thing I did say is they have an ability to turn up in these big games, and Darren Ferguson's done this before. So I know I didn't get the prediction right, but I thought there was always a chance, and the goals were taken very well, I must say, by Mills, the free kick, and then Cipriano scored really nicely, and they kept a clean sheet. There'll be a bit of a celebration atmosphere here, Ben, but Stockport have more to play for. Stockport are only 5 points off, Ben. It's not impossible. The only thing is Stockport don't have to play Wrexham, and they could do with that fixture to make the overtake. You're up first after all my waffling. What are you saying?
I'm saying congratulations, Peterborough, but I wonder, could we get the clean sheet from Stockport and the away? If Stockport keep a clean sheet, I think they get a goal. I think they can win. But like you said, Posh attackers, as Nathan Jones said after that Charlton game, are capable, any particular game, of just turning up and ramming 3 goals down your throat, aren't they? I love a title race, and I've got Stockport on 4 straight wins up here, and we'd love at least in the background in our 2-horse race for someone to be kind of closing up in case. You never know, Matt. We get these weird weeks sometimes where you think you've got a 2-horse race and they both lose and someone catches up. So Peterborough 0, Stockport 1.
Interesting. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw here, Ben, which might bring to an end Stockport's faint top 2 hopes, because if Wrexham win, that'll open up the gap even further with only 3 games to go. I just think Peterborough are going to be able to get a goal. I know Stockport are pretty decent defensively, but I trust Posh to maybe get 1. So I'll go for a 1-1, and you've got the 1-0 Stockport. Ben, this is an interesting one. Reading versus Lincoln City. So Reading have it in their hands. They did only manage to draw last time against Northampton. I tried to be clever with that one. I said 4-2 to Northampton. It finished 0-0. I couldn't have been further off, Ben. Let's go back to being safe. I think Reading just need to grind the 3 points out. 1-0.
I don't trust them to do it, Matt. I'm so sorry, Reading fans. I know they've had worse things than a hairy guy on the internet predicting that they're not going to win an important game at the end of the season this season. I think they might draw this one, Matt. I can just see the unhelpful in there, which would let Orient close it right up to 2 points. Although I think we both had Bolton not winning against Wycombe, didn't we? So they've got the higher ground and they've got the 3 point gap. That margin for error, I think they're going to cash it in. I will go 0-0.
Oh, okay. Maybe nerves.
See where I'm coming from? Be back to back.
Yes, it would be, yeah. And Lincoln City, I always think, are pretty robust. They could be solid defensively.
Yep.
I wonder, will nerves get to Reading a little bit with it being in their hands and only a few games to go? There you go. We've got 1-0 and 0-0, both going low margin. This one is on the beach, Ben. Rotherham versus Mansfield. Or we think it is. Maybe, Mansfield are not mathematically safe just yet. Having a look at it, we just said about 47 points might not be enough. We think it probably is, but Mansfield have more to play for. Rotherham won 3 in a row. They did lose last time to Stockport. You're up first. Where are you going with this? Go on, throw a grenade in there, Ben.
I'm absolutely going to throw a grenade. Come on, Matt. This one stinks of goals, doesn't it? You've got a temporary manager in at Rotherham. You've got Mansfield, who love both teams to score. I don't think they'll necessarily be... I take your point about 47, but Matt always mention traffic in these situations, even if the teams in the way is as big as points gap sometimes, isn't it, when we're all tripping over each other. Can I eke a bonus point out of this? 4-2 Rotherham. It's the end of the season, guys.
Oh, I love it.
Come on, I'm allowed. I'm allowed.
I was really tempted to go for a bonus point, but then I'm just considering Mansfield maybe having to take this still quite seriously with the...
In the comments, please, if you think Matt SB should lighten up and get on the beach with me already, let him know in no uncertain terms.
I'll get some flip-flops, Ben. I'll be there next week. I'm going to...
Mate, I'm literally between my garage office and I'm literally wearing flip-flops.
You got any sun cream as well, Ben?
Oh, with this skin complexion, yes.
I'll go 2-1. I'll go 2-1. I'll put a few goals in there. I won't quite go bonus pointy for this one, but I will just back Rotherham 2-1. I think
Just quickly, Matt, my missus, Shaylee, she's like Italian 2 generations up. She literally looks at the sun and goes like beautiful golden brown, whereas I've got this honking great nose that just goes bright red in the sun immediately. It's real world problems, this, mate.
Oh, no. Bless him. Right, guys, come on. Support Ben down in the comments. Right, Ben, Shrewsbury Town. They're not mathematically relegated yet. So Shrewsbury only managed to draw last time out at Lincoln City. And with the fact that Bristol Rovers lost, it does mean that they're not mathematically relegated. But like you say, come on, we know they're going down. Wigan Athletic, on the other hand, Ben, they're one of those teams on 47 points, but they have a game in hand. You said there's traffic as well. We think they're going to be okay. I don't think it's going to be enough to save them, but I am actually going to go for Shrewsbury 1-0.
Wow. Well, I would take great delight in flipping that, I guess. Wigan fairly durable recently. I know they lost to Bolton. Didn't you tell me they always lose to Bolton? Or did they always beat Bolton? Was it the other way around?
It was the other way around, and then it didn't happen.
There you go. Okay, I'll shut up then. But they've drawn with Orient and obviously with Wrexham last time out. We know there's not that much change between, what Sean Maloney was producing and what Ryan Lowe was producing. Hard to beat, and lots of draws in there. But I think they can beat Shrewsbury, and that will be obviously the death knell. They need to, even a Matt SB hyping up can't make me believe Shrewsbury are going to win the last 4 and 20 goal swing, and Burton are going to lose the last 4 or what have you. But I'll flip. Did you say 1-0?
Yes.
I'll completely flip it. If you want to nominate Matt SB to go on the next series of Last One Laughing as well, you'd be out in about 3 minutes, wouldn't you, mate?
About 3 seconds, I think, Ben. This is meant to be a respected football channel. Goodness me. Right, come on, Matt, calm yourself. There's 2 games to go. We move on to the penultimate game, Stevenage versus Blackpool, Ben. Blackpool very much outsiders in the playoff race. We think they're going to have to win all 5 games. Stevenage on the beach. Where are you going with this?
Are we classing Blackpool on the beach? I know it's a bit agonising for them because they looked like they were closing in, didn't they? But yeah, it seems like a 9-point gap with 5 to play doesn't leave a lot of margin for error, even with what I've said about 6th place being up for grabs. I've got no clue on this one. Do you know what? I feel bad because I haven't backed Stevenage in a while because we thought they've been on the beach for like last 6 games already, slap bang in the middle. I will back a Stevenage win. We normally go clean sheet, don't we? So I will go Stevenage 1-0 or 2-0. I'll take the 1-0.
Stevenage 1, Blackpool 0. Okay, that's good. I'm flipping you here, Ben. I'm going to go Stevenage 1, Blackpool 2, just to keep alive those very slim chances. I know Blackpool have a game in hand. They've been in good form, Ben, but they've just timed it too late, haven't they? Because they've won 4 of the last 6, but yeah, still 9 points off. They need a Reading defeat this weekend to have any chance of still doing it. You know me, I like to try and make things interesting. I will back Blackpool, but I'm still not convinced they'll have to win all 5. So we'll see. If they win the next 2, we'll see. Right, the final game, Ben. 2 teams with a lot to play for, but it does feel fairly predictable in terms of the outcome. Wrexham and Bristol Rovers. Bristol Rovers, Ben, are in the bottom 4. It's been an absolute collapse. Burton have improved, to give them credit, but Bristol Rovers, as you touched on earlier, 6 defeats in a row. Wrexham also need to win because Wycombe could make the overtake on the Friday if Wrexham don't win. I obviously think Wrexham are going to win. I think Bristol Rovers need to come here and do what they can. If they can cling on to it being 0-0 for as long as possible, that's as good as it maybe gets. Sorry to the Bristol Rovers fans, but I think Wrexham will break them down 2-0.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you, mate. And cue a goal for Bristol Rovers in 30 seconds, but I cannot see them scoring at Wrexham at all. I'm looking at clean sheet. Okay, conceded 2 against Reading. Clean sheet, conceded 2, clean sheet. They are so good at the back. And I think Parkinson would have taken 4 points off Wigan and then the home game against Bristol Rovers, just draws away from home. I think you said it yourself. When we get into this, you stay at that 2 points per game as long as you're winning the home games. I think you're okay. Did you take the 2-0?
Yes.
So I'm either 1 or 3. I think it's 1, isn't it?
Okay.
Wrexham 1, Bristol Rovers 0, 85 with 3 to go.
They would be close, wouldn't they? Especially if Wycombe don't win on the Friday. Wrexham will be close. And remember, guys...
distance then.
Yes, yeah, and we're going to do the Monday predictions in just a second. By the way, Ben, it'd be really damaging for Bristol Rovers. You've got to make Burton the favourites out of those two to get out of it now, right?
Oh, do remember though, Matt, let me just read this to you. In deference to Bristol Rovers, Burton played Birmingham the following week. They played Charlton away on the final day of the season. They have got 3 home games though, haven't they? Cambridge and Wigan. You would think Burton might be able to beat Wigan on a Tuesday night just right before the season's end in the game in hand. That could be massive, couldn't it, that one?
Considering the form and the standards down here, Ben, I wouldn't be surprised if someone survives with 46 out of those two. It might be that, the other one completely collapses. Well, let's see. We'll try and find out a bit more because we're going to do our Monday predictions, Ben. We're doing them quick fire. Guys, like I say, there is a quick turnaround between Friday and Monday, so myself and Ben are not able to meet up in that time. We are going to be with our families over Easter. We will be back next week for the week 45 predictions. Ben, you can go first for Barnsley, Peterborough.
I'll just quickly raise you on that, Matt. I'll be in a caravan with my in-laws and my 3-year-old as well. So it feels like a real holiday, doesn't it? But no, I will have a lovely time down in Chichester, if anyone's from that part of the world in the holiday park there. Crikey, Desmond, Barnsley 2, Posh 2.
Easter Monday, I'm going to go Barnsley 1, Peterborough 2. I'll just back the EFL Trophy winners. Blackpool, Wrexham, I'm going to go Blackpool's playoff hopes come to an end. Blackpool 1, Wrexham 2. Massive win.
I'm going to go for a slip. I'm going to go 1-1.
Oh, probably a draw, maybe not good for either. Depends what Wycombe do, but there you go. That's interesting. Bristol Rovers, Stevenage, Ben.
Oh, crikey. Let's go for the vital, vital win and a switcheroony, given what Burton have got coming up. Bristol Rovers 2, Stevenage 1.
Oh, it's a scribble.
You going for that as well? What was your logic? I know we're quick fire.
Chaos.
But...
Yeah, chaos.
Yeah, right, yeah.
More to play for. 1-0 to Bristol Rovers is my prediction. So Ben's going 2-1. I'll go 1-0. Burton, Birmingham. I'm going to say Burton 1, Birmingham 2.
I'm going to go ridiculous on this one because I think Burton are going to attack Birmingham and it's the end of the season and I'm having fun. I'm going to go 5-2 to Birmingham. I'm going for a 7-goaler.
Yeah, that could be a 5-pointer, Ben. You can have 5 points.
Oh, thank you. I'll take it.
Cambridge, Leyton Orient. You're up first.
Oh, I can see Cambridge just annoying Leyton Orient and taking a point off them here. 0-0.
Ooh, that could be Cambridge down, Ben. I've also got the draw, actually. I've got 1-1, which, like I say, doesn't help Cambridge massively. Doesn't really help Orient. They both need
doesn't
to
help
win.
Anybody that.
No, except for the teams around them. I'm up first for Crawley, Exeter. Let's go for Crawley 3-0. Big win out of nowhere.
I love it. So unnecessary. Well, I almost feel sorry for Exeter after that. So I'm surprised. We always go both teams to score on Crawley, Matt. You're letting us down here. So I'll go 2-1 Exeter.
Oh, there you go. Just being a bit random here. Ben, you're up first for Lincoln, Bolton.
So I think Bolton will probably do another back-to-back wins at some point between now and the end of the season because they are very random. I'll go 2-0 to the Trotters.
That is a scribble. Let's have a 1-0. I like a 1-0. Let's go 1-0 to Bolton. Ben, I'm up first. Mansfield, Reading. Mansfield 1, Reading 2.
Yeah, I've got same margin. I've got Mansfield 0, Reading 1.
Yeah, massive result for Reading in the playoff race. Northampton, Shrewsbury. You're up first, Ben.
Oh, it's absolute filth, isn't it? Northampton, Shrewsbury. Let's give Northampton some points then. Sorry, Shrews. 1-0 to the Cobblers.
1-0. Let's have a bonus point. Northampton 4, Shrewsbury 1.
Have you not learned your lesson with Northampton?
No, I think they'll fancy it. If Shrewsbury are relegated, their heads could be down for this. I'll go 4-1 Northampton.
Okay.
I'm up first for Stockport Huddersfield. I think Stockport 1-0.
Yeah, I'm really backing against Huddersfield a lot at the moment. I will go 2-0 to Stockport.
Okay. You're up first for Wigan Rotherham.
I'll go home win. 2-1 Wigan.
Okay, I will go Wigan 1, Rotherham 1. And then the final game, Ben, this is a big one. Wycombe versus Charlton. I'm going to go 1-1. Unhelpful draw.
Okay, Wrexham fans are going to love this prediction. I'll go for Charlton to really ruin everything for Wycombe. It's very Nathan Jonesy. Wycombe 0, Charlton 1.
Wow, massive. And as I say, Wycombe losing both games this weekend and Wrexham winning both could result in Wrexham being promoted by Easter Monday. So they are our predictions, guys. Like I say, quick fire for Monday's games. Do feel free to revisit the video after Friday's games if you want to predict the Monday games afterwards. A massive thank you for your support. Make sure you've got your predictions in, hit the like button and subscribed to both myself and Ben. Ben, what can they find on your channel?
Oh, just complete Easter carnage. It's one of our favourite weekends of the year. So much happens at this period. And obviously, I know we only get one round in Premier League, don't we? But we're going to ignore the Premier League the weekend that Ipswich are going to get relegated, obviously. So, some brilliant things coming up. Obviously, with our championship hats on, we've got that huge head-to-head on Easter Monday between Burnley and Sheffield United, which may confirm something or other one way or the other. Maybe not even for the two teams playing in it, but we think it will be decisive for one of the three teams up at the top. And as well, Matt, even things like Derby, Luton, and you'll be really nervous about Coventry, West Brom. Some superb head-to-heads in the EFL. And the great thing about Easter, Matt, literally no sooner have you processed what happens on Friday, bang. And the players literally back, warm down, travel, next game, nothing. Bang, bang.
Absolutely. There is so much to come, guys. Now is your chance to really get involved. Drop some comments, your predictions, hit the like button, subscribe to both of us. There's so much coverage for this Easter chaos. Like I say, so much football. We love it. Make sure you have a great Easter, everyone. Eat loads of chocolate eggs. Do what you need to do. It's been good to see you, Ben. I will see you next week. We'll be back with League One predictions, I think, next Tuesday. Take care, everyone. Peace out.